Hi, I'm Rat Prakin and my project is on sentiment analysis for IMDb movie reviews using TF-IDF modeling. The first part is what is sentiment analysis? So, sentiment analysis is actually the interpretation and classification of emotions. It consists of the holder or source of attitude, that is the person that is writing the review, the post or a tweet, and the target of attitude is generally the audience. Now, what is the type of attitude that is the sources conveying to us? It may be a set of types like love, hate, value, desire, or it may be more simple like positive, negative, neutral. It may also contains the text containing the attitude, that is sentence or the entire document. Now, why do we need sentiment analysis? Maybe for a review, it may be positive or negative. We need to know about the movie reviews if we want to watch the movie. Sometimes for products if we want to buy that, and it may also be used in politics if we want to know about the candidate, how he is working, and in predicting the election outcomes or the market trends. Now, how can we say a movie review is positive or negative? Like if the movie is unbelievably disappointing, for example, or it is said that it was pathetic, then it is a negative review. And if it is full of any character, richly applied satire, or good plot and greatest comedy, if these are the reviews are posted, then we know that these are positive reviews. Now we come to sentiment analysis. The simple part of sentiment analysis can be if we can tell the attitude of the text, that is the mood, that it may be positive or negative. It will be a simple part because it will be binary. The more complex part of this problem is ranking the sentiment of the text, that is from 1 to 5, 1 to 10, we have to rank them. And the most advanced part will be to detect the more complex attitudes like we love it, hate it, like that. Now, since we are working on sentiment classification in movie reviews, uh, our project is mainly based on polarity detection. That is, if the movie review is positive or negative. I've used the data of the largest movie analysis dataset, which is used in publication by AI department of Stanford University. Now this is example of the dataset that is present there. As we can see that there are many codes, HTML tags, brackets, etc., etc. So we have to work on this. Now the approach that I have followed is that the first task is to load the dataset, and the second will be transforming documents into feature vectors, so we can work on them. The third will be the word relevancy using TF-IDF. We will talk about this on later. The task 4 is data preparation, which is mainly the pre-processing and gathering of data, and we will talk about that too. Task 5 is tokenization of documents so that we can put that in a vector form, and then the task 7 would be the document classification, that is we will be using classifiers uh, to generate the accuracy of the approached dataset. Now what we can see the following architecture, that in data collection and preparation we will review the database, that is the Stanford University one that we are taking, and then we will pre-process the data. Now we will do sentiment analysis. In that we will for the reviews we will do feature selection, what are the words we are actually basing on our reviews, and we will use bag of words model. which we will talk later in this video. And after that we will work on the classifiers, which is using TF-IDF modeling, and the classifiers like logistic regression CV, regression, SGG classifier, random forest classifier, and then we will get the rating. So this is the architecture. Now the methodology that I am following is that the main portion would be for pre-processing the data and then implementing it. The pre-processing will include basic cleaning operation, stop words and stemming, and implementation will include data collection and preparation, bag of words model, and the classifiers. Now pre-processing. The first one is basic cleaning operation. So as we have seen in the data set that it contains HTML and XML markup, we have to remove that. Then names, hashtags, capitalization, phone number, date, emoticons, because these has to be removed because they do not provide any help to our feature space. Now the second part is stop words. So what are stop words? Stop words are the most common words that we see in our vocabulary, and they should be omitted from our document because they render the document heavier. By meaning the document heavier is that they increase the space that the features space are having, and removing stop term reduces the dimension of the word space, that is the features. And these are actually articles and prepositions like a, and, the, and, by. And since if we do not remove these stop words, our classifier will have all these as their features, and these features, since they will be present in each and every document, in each and every line, and they do not provide any support to our polarity, either positive or negative, so they should be omitted, and if they are present they will reduce the accuracy of the classifier. Now the third part is stemming. Stemming is reducing inflected or derived word to their stem. What that means that the terms like run, running, and runner are all derived from the word run. So if we have different type of word which shows the same meaning, we should reduce them to one word, and for that we are using Porter stemmer algorithm. The reason for using this is that it is for its simplicity and speed. Now implementation. Now we have to start with data collection and preparation. What we have does is that we have pre-processed the data, and then after that we will remove the tab spaces, new lines, we will divide our sentences, remove numbers, digits, punctuation, and convert all the letters to lowercase. The reason for doing all this is that we are reducing the feature space, and output is then stored in individual text file. Now the second part is back of words model. So back of word model is just the simple representation of the vocabulary. What it does is that we have some words present in our database which provide the polarity to the words, and when these words we identify the feature of input given, then we classify into the respective categories, and it is based on NLP and IR. Then these distinct words are then mapped to the word to their count. Like example, John likes to watch movies and Mary like to movies too. We can see that John came one time, likes come two times, two one times, and so on. Now the next part is the TF-IDF modeling. So TF-IDF, that is term frequency inverse document frequency, is a numerical statistics, and to intend to reflect how important a word is to a document in collection, and it is directly proportional to the number of times a word appears in the document and is inversely proportional to the words in which the document in which the word appears. So as we can see that it is product of two terms. It contains two terms, TF and IDF. TF is term frequency, that is the frequency of word in the document which occurs in a specific document, and the second is inverse document frequency for a specific word. It is the total number of documents in which that word is present divided by the number of document that contains the specific word. So we can see that it is inversely proportional to that. Now what is actually the difference between TF, IDF and bag of words? Simply the bag of word, in this every word is given importance and we give number count for each word. And the idea behind TF IDF is that if the word word occurs more frequently in one document and less frequently in other document, then it is given more important, and this can be used for our classification as a feature. Now implementation. We have used four classifiers and we will check their accuracy and compare them. The four classifiers used are logistic regression HGC classifier, logistic regression CV, random forest classifier. Now logistic regression is simple linear model, but it has sigmoid function to the output of a hypothesis and predicts between 0 and 1, and their sum comes to 1. Now logistic regression CV just has cross validation term added to it, where in cross validation the sample data is partitioned. One part is training set and the other part is called the validation or testing set. Second comes the SDV classifier. It is simple yet efficient approach for linear classification and applied to large scale and sparse machine learning problems, and its advantages efficiency and ease of implementation, and disadvantages is sensitive to feature scaling. Now random forest classifier. These are constructed using a multitude of decision tree at training time, and output is generally the mode of the class or mean. The problem with random decision forest is merely that the decision for trees have the habit of overfitting to their training set. Now comes the result. Now in the result section we can see that the random forest is at the lowest point, because we have seen that it has a habit of overfitting to the training set, while the best is logistic regression HGT and HGT classifier. So in conclusion we can see that we have attempted several classification model on the various features of the textual details. Out of these, HGT classifier models appear to have the best performance, as we have seen that it is very efficient and have ease of implementation and generally applied to large scale and sparse machine learning problems. And after that it is better than logistic regression and other classifiers. Thank you. Hi. Now we will start with the code part of the presentation. So we have already said that we have got our database from Stanford. So what we are doing actually is that first we are loading our data set. We have used the CSV file movie data, and df.head we are getting that this is the review, and these are the sentiment. 1 denote positive and 0 denote negative. Now df review 0 shows the first review, that is in 1994, and that we can see that with their HTML tags, XML markup, quotation mark and everything, brackets, and we have to remove it so that we can do our feature space. So the model we are using is of bag of words model, and for that we have to create a bag of word For example, I have taken the sun is shining, the weather is sweet, and sun is shining. For this, let this be a k. Now using the count vectorization, I'm counting all the numbers from there and creating a document according to it, np.array, and the bag contain and transform that document into our bag. Now count dot vocabulary will print the vocabulary according to that, and this, as can see, that the sun is shining, this has been converted to vocabulary. This was example. The real thing is this, that np real, the first 20 statements I've made them my vocabulary, and I will work on that. Now the next part is word relevancy. We have to find using frequency, inverse document frequency. We have talked about that in our ppt. Now we will extract the feature from that and convert into our bag. And this is you can see that we have appointed the word relevancy to each term of the featured space. Now the next part is data preparation. So I have taken a part of the review. As we can see, that is 7 contains this HTML markup, an XML, and brackets, everything. Now we are using the preprocessor text here. What we are doing here is that the first if we are removing the first term with opening arrow and with closing arrow, and in between or everything is deleted, and the thing that we are converting into brackets, that it may not take value from this to any other, but to the next that is coming in, that is deleted. Now the second part that we have to remove is the emoticons. So we have to find all of them. So since we have to collect one by one, so this question mark it contains after that the things we have to replace is colon or semicolon or equal to, and minus sign and hash sign, or sometimes d is used with colon for happiness, and p is used for crying or unhappy. So these all we have to find. Then this text will contains all the word, and we are converting into the lowercase, so that if some word may contain uppercase, may not become a different feature, and that in turn will affect our classifier. So we are converting all to the lowercase, and after that I am joining the emoticons and replacing them with blank space. Now the new review will be the review, and and pre-processing will be applied to it. So if we now come to that part, we can see that Brazil is small, not small, a river is small, and all these part HTML part is deleted. So it will become a shorter part. So after that we will now have to tokenize our document. Tokenizing our documents mean we now have to make parts of this string into words and use them for features. Now for example, I have taken my tokenizer like this: hello, I live in London and Liverpool, and I am running in running shoes. So the tokenizer will look like this. Is for just an example. And since I have to remove all the stop words, I am downloading the stop words according to that. Now stop words of the English part we have to use. It contains different languages according to that. So if we use tokenizer on this part, we can see that if we have also used stemmer in this part, and stemmer removes all the extra part from the stem word. So we can see that uh, runner is there, but run and shoes are back to shoe, run is back to run, and simple hello is not use regularly is used regularly, and it has to be removed. So like this our stop word is this. Now we have to transform text data into TF-IDF vector. We have used TF-IDF feature extraction, vectorization, and we have denoted y as the sentiment values, and we now transform our uh, text data into TF-IDF vector. After that we have to do classification, use different classifiers. I am using for the first part I am using regression, logical regression CV, and curing accuracy, and using I'm dumping the model in this, and then I will reopen it. I'm using 12 concurrent workers here, and this is the time it took. And now when I will open the file and get the score, I am getting 88% in this. And second, then I will run for logistic regression and SGT classifier. I got 92.6 and 92.2%. And then for random forest I got 82%. So this is the program for that, and these are the accuracy. Thank you.